Israeli delegation leaves Cairo after receiving Hamas response to Gaza ceasefire proposal. $161 aid trucks enter Gaza via the Karam Abu Salim crossings. Egypt hails France's recognition of Palestine as a historic step forward. These were the headlines, the news in detail. An Egyptian source said the Israeli delegation has left Cairo after receiving Hamas' response to the proposed Gaza ceasefire. According to Al News channel, the Israeli team departed following the delivery of Hamas' position on the ceasefire plan. The Egyptian source added that talks are expected to resume next week once the proposal has been fully reviewed by the mediators and relevant parties. An Egyptian source said 161 aid trucks entered Gaza through the Zakim and Karam Abu Salim crossings over the past 24 hours. The trucks carried flour, baby formula and food supplies, according to Al News channel. Humanitarian deliveries have continued for a third straight day, with Egypt coordinating ongoing relief efforts into northern Gaza through both crossings. The Palestinian Ministry of Foreign Affairs expressed its appreciation for the ongoing efforts of the Arab Republic of Egypt in supporting and upholding the legitimate and just rights of the Palestinian people, on top of which are the urgent need to halt genocide, forced displacement and annexation, as well as ensuring the sustained entry of humanitarian aid into Gaza. The ministry also praised Egypt's active cooperation with Qatar in efforts to reach a ceasefire to the Israeli assault, paving the way for the launch of a political process aimed at resolving the conflict through peaceful means and enabling the state of Palestine to exercise its full political and legal authority over the entire territory of the state of Palestine. A member of Egypt's Senate has praised Cairo's humanitarian efforts in Gaza, calling them a reflection of Egypt's unwavering commitment to the Palestine cause. Senator Hazem Al-Gindi praised Egypt's continued push to deliver humanitarian aid into Gaza, stressing the country's firm moral and national responsibility. He said Egypt acts without agenda or grandstanding, as seen in its efforts to keep the Rafah crossing open despite Israeli obstacles. El-Gindi added that true regional stability requires a just solution to the Palestinian cause and reaffirmed Egypt's support for an independent Palestinian state with East Jerusalem as its capital. Egypt praised France's decision to recognize Palestine, calling it a historic and landmark step. In a statement, Egypt's foreign ministry urged other countries to follow suit and recognize the Palestinian state. The ministry said such recognition strengthens the global commitment to a just solution, supports peace and justice, and upholds Palestinians' right to self-determination. Minister of Foreign Affairs Badr Abdulati has emphasized Egypt's desire to boost trade exchange with Mali and stimulate leading Egyptian companies to expand into the Malian market. During his meeting with Malian Minister of Foreign Affairs and International Cooperation, Abdoulaye Diop, he expressed Egypt's appreciation of Diop's visit to Cairo in December 2024, which resulted in concrete outcomes that are being followed up and implemented in a way that helps strengthen Egypt-Mali relations. Abdullah noted that he is accompanied by a large delegation of business people and representatives of major Egyptian companies from both the public and private sectors to participate in the Egypt-Mali Business Forum. Foreign Minister Badr Abdulati delivered a written message from President Abdel Fattah el-Sisi to Senegalese President Macky Sall, reaffirming the special nature of relations between the two countries and Egypt's deep appreciation for the historic and fraternal bonds that unite their peoples. Minister Abdulati stressed that Egypt views Senegal as a strategic partner in West Africa, highlighting the alignment of views between Cairo and Dakar on various regional and international issues, as well as their ongoing coordination in multilateral forums to defend the interests of the African continent and promote African unity. He also praised Senegal's wise regional policies and the balanced role it plays in West Africa. During his visit to Dakar, Egyptian Foreign Minister Badr Abdulati met with Senegalese Minister of African Integration and Foreign Affairs to discuss enhancing economic cooperation between the two countries, as well as addressing threats in the Sahel and West Africa. Minister Abdulati reaffirmed Egypt's full readiness to support Senegal's Vision 2050 by sharing expertise, building capacities, and expanding avenues of economic and investment cooperation. He also emphasized the importance of boosting trade exchange between the two countries. Minister of Planning Rania Al-Mashat highlighted the vital role of small and medium-sized enterprises in transforming developing economies during the opening session of the inaugural Global Ministerial Meeting on the SMEs held in South Africa. In her remarks, Al-Mashat emphasized that SMEs, representing over 90% of business worldwide and accounting for around 70% of global employment, are crucial in addressing structural challenges, especially across Africa. She pointed to initiatives such as the Hafiz platform and the Micro, Small and Medium Enterprise Development Agency, which have expanded access to finance, built capacity and advanced digital transformation to support SME developments. Egypt continues to reaffirm its unwavering support for the Palestinian cause, standing firmly by the rights of the Palestinian people amid ongoing challenges. As part of its humanitarian role, Cairo is intensifying efforts to deliver urgent aid into Gaza, working around the clock to ease the suffering of civilians caught in the conflict.
يكفي في هذا الصدد أن أكبر بلد قدمت حكومة وشعبا دعما إغاثيا للشعب الفلسطيني كانت مصر حكومة وشعبا.
المساعدات الإنسانية المصرية تكاد تكون هي الغالبة في المساعدات اللي بتقدم للشعب الفلسطيني، فأنا ما أعتقدش أن حد يقدر يزايد أبدا على دور مصر أو على القيادة في مصر.
من أول يوم والدولة المصرية بتتخذ العديد من المسارات السياسية والدبلوماسية لإنفاذ المساعدات الطبية والغذائية لإخواتنا الفلسطينيين.
نعم للمساعدات تخش لهم، نعم لكل اللي ممكن يتقدم لإخواتنا الفلسطينيين. أنا عايز أقول إن مصر دورها واضح منذ اللحظة الأولى.
أهمية إنه يبقى الحرب تقف، أهمية المساعدات لأهل غزة، أهمية إعمار غزة.
أكد على ثبات موقف مصر من الثوابت المصرية تجاه القضية الفلسطينية، نؤكد على دعم مصر للشعب الفلسطيني.
مصر تقف في شموخ صامدة، موقف صعب مكلف بالتأكيد، ولكن أعتقد أن التاريخ سوف يثمن هذا الموقف.
بشكل واضح القضية الفلسطينية هي قضية الشعب المصري، هي قضية واحدة، هي قضية إنسانية، قضية حق تاريخي، قضية حرية، وبالتالي موقف مصر هو موقف الشريف دائما، هو موقف اللي دايما منحاز للإنسانية والمعايير الإنسانية والعدالة الإنسانية.
واحنا لازم نقوم مع بعض بتكاتف مع الدولة بلا تراجع، وما يبقاش عندنا أي نوع من القلق، لأن فعلا مصر يعني محمية.
مصر طول عمرها في ظهر القضية، في ظهر الفلسطينيين، في قدرة الفلسطينيين على الثبات ودعمهم في الصمود.
رافضين أن ينال الشعب الفلسطيني الظلم والعدوان والقهر.
الدعم الكبير ومساندة الفلسطينيين وإعادة إعمار غزة.
An Egyptian archaeological mission from the Supreme Council of Antiquities has unveiled a significant discovery in the heart of the western desert of the remains of the central residential city of Kharga oasis dating back to the early Coptic period. Minister of Tourism and Antiquities Sharif Fathi described the discovery as a testament to the depth and diversity of Egyptian civilization during one of its most transformative periods. He said that this find enriches our understanding of religious transition in Egypt and highlights the values of tolerance and cultural diversity deeply rooted in our history. Minister of Investment and Foreign Trade Hassan Al-Khatib held intensive meetings with officials from 4 Japanese companies to explore investment opportunities and the competitive advantages of the Egyptian market. The discussions also addressed the potential for these companies to establish or expand their presence in Egypt as part of the minister's current visit to Japan. The minister highlighted that one of the companies has already launched a project in Egypt under the name Saraya Middle East Factory in the Suez Canal Economic Zone, which officially began operation in June 2024. The factory is the only one of its kind globally among 14 company sites dedicated to extracting raw jojoba oil, underscoring the company's confidence in Egypt as a regional industrial hub. Chairman of Egypt's Suez Canal Economic Zone, the C Zone, Walid Gamal Eddin signed 3 industrial contracts in China worth $65.5 million with top Chinese textile firms Shandong Sunshell and Zhejiang Charming. The project set for Kantara West Industrial Zone will create 6,000 jobs and focus on garment production and eco-friendly fabric manufacturing. The deal reflects growing Chinese investor confidence and support Egypt's drive to become a global textile export hub. The Egyptian Football Association, led by President Hani Abu Rida, along with Egypt's head coach Hussam Hassan and team manager Ibrahim Hassan, will finalize plans for the national team's scheduled friendlies in November next week. The coaching staff has requested to play friendly matches against African teams such as Cameroon and Nigeria. The EFA has also received several proposals to organize friendlies in one of the Arab countries. Decisions on these offers will be made in the coming days. Liverpool Football Club has announced that Egyptian footballer Karim Ahmed, 18, has signed his first professional contract with the club. Ahmed will join Liverpool's under-21 team for the upcoming season, marking a major step in his football career. That brings us to the end of our news bulletin. Here is what we've been covering. Israeli delegation leaves Cairo after receiving Hamas' response to Gaza ceasefire proposal. 161 aid trucks enter Gaza via the Karam Abu Salim crossing. Egypt hails France's recognition of Palestine as a historic step forward. That's all for now. Remember to stay updated by following Qnews for the latest developments. Many thanks for watching.